Guys, we have an amazing show for you tonight. Thanks so much for coming out. Let's bring the energy level up a little bit for all your comics tonight. We're going to see the next comic coming to the stage, originally from London. Please give a round of applause, guys, for Becky Wyatt, everybody. Get her up here. Give it up for Becky.
Hello. How are we this evening? How are you? A bit more energy, please. I know it's Friday. We having a Christmas? Yeah. Woo! Apparently winter to me means dressing like a lumberjack, which is always good.
Yes.
But I don't really know what to say. Everyone seems really sad. Quite upsetting, really.
It's raining.
But it's raining, I know. It's
Sing it down.
So one of the things I think is one of the things I found quite funny when I moved out here. I've been out here for about 4 months now. One of the things I found kind of funny was my friends. I live in West Hollywood, so not the place with the most normal people in the world. And my friends are like, just be careful when you go out, Becky. And I was like, of course, I'll be careful, like, especially on the weekends. I was like, well, crazy people don't have a schedule, do they? The guy hugging the lamppost outside of Topshop singing about piss doesn't need to go into the office on Monday morning. Let's face it. One of the things I think is really important in like today's age, I suppose, is first impressions. Just because they supposedly tell a lot about someone. And this is where I think things like Tinder become really funny, just because of the, what we put across to people on websites like this. And having used Tinder myself, there are some things that I've discovered you really need to, sort of get out there and ask people and, that kind of thing. And I also found out there are some questions that you shouldn't ask. For example, I once said to somebody, how tall are you? Pretty regular question. How tall are you? So, well, that's not fair. That's like me asking how big your boobs are. Is it? Is that the same thing? They're definitely not compared at theme parks. I could be wrong, I've never been to an American theme park, but there we go. But, I've got respect for single guys because some of the things that come out of their mouths are a little bit ridiculous. They're sort of grafting for they can grab. Somebody actually came up to me in a bar once and said, you must be into some really kinky sex. I said, why? Well, I can see you've got your lip pierced there. I was like, yes, because that means I love being strung from the ceiling by a fish hook through my face. That's what that means. Please take that as I should. I struggle with a lot of my female friends because they're all very much like... the thing about women is they kind of assume that we can all read their minds. Which isn't true, obviously. But they all kind of assume that we know what they're thinking all the time, and this really bugs me, because I'm quite a straightforward person. If I think something, I'll tell you, hence being a stand-up comedic? Comedian? It'd be handy if I could speak, wouldn't it? Hence being a stand-up comic. And I get my friends coming to me like, Becky, I want him to take me out for a nice dinner and a movie. That's all I want from him. That's all I want from him. Well, tell him that. Or he should know by now. He should know this. I'm like, well, you've been together for 2 months and all you've done is have sex and eat pizza. You're not fucking David Blaine. That's not what's going on here. But one of the things that obviously definitely comes around in the holidays is drinking. Am I right? Who's drinking tonight? Somebody sad guy back like, yeah. Good. One of the things that, I've gone out for... been going out for drinks because it's the end of the season. I fly home tomorrow, so I'm just enjoying LA while I can. Flying home for Christmas. But one of the things I have realised about myself is that I'm very confident when I drink, which doesn't always play the right way, or into my hands very well. I recently went out on an evening, and one of my best friends out here is a guy. He's a very nice guy. We're the kind of people that if you met us, you wouldn't think we'd get along at all. But we do, and it's just friends. However, on Friday night, he had a bit of a cough. So his voice is a little husky and kind of sexy. And I, in my 2 bottles of wine-induced state, decided to tell him this. But I didn't leave it there. I continued to look at him throughout the night and just go, it's gonna happen. I did this several times. It's gonna happen. My voice just got lower. And I kind of realised the next day, when he reminded me of this, that I kind of gotten myself into a stupid position, because having said that for the entire evening, does that then hold me up to, if we did have sex, would I then have to say, would I have to say, it's happening! And does that also trap me into the next morning, looking over at him and going, it happened? As I'm sure many of my one-night stands have looked at me and thought. Depends on the sympathy note. But I hope you all have an amazing evening this evening. And that is all from me, but have a great night, and have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year, of course.
Keep going for Becky White, everybody. Another round of applause for Becky White.